Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Welcome, DeathPiles and Taxes listeners. We're glad to be back and glad to be here, huh, D-Roy?
Oh yeah, it's been a weird couple weeks, my friend, but it's good to be back.
How you went? You went clean shaven? Got the haircut? The beard's all trimmed out, man. You're losing a lot, aren't you?
Well, came down with the COVID. Give it a shout out to listeners and friends that came around and whatever. But part of that is when you're having some of those symptoms, the beard just got in the way. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, the Rona hit you, huh?
We rolled on with the Rona, man. It was weird because listening back to that podcast with Bill, I was starting to get a little sick or what have you, and then listening to it the other day and thinking, man, boy, if I was only feeling like that again.
Well, appreciate all the listeners looking out for us. You know, that's been the hard thing is we were on every week for a year and a half, 100+ episode, and it took the Rona to make us skip a week.
I mean, it was. I was trying to get that last episode up. No lie, it was probably 4 or 5 days of me just. I mean, the Rona's no joke, folks. Wear your mask. Do your due diligence. I'm just happy to be alive. Honestly, there was days when I'd get up and I'd try to crawl up my stairs, and then I'd have to take like a 3 or 4 hour power nap so that I could get up and try to eat something. It was no bueno, as the kids say.
Well, I know you're number 2 of the friend text group that's caught the Rona.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't even know. We were trying to do all the good stuff, doing everything we were supposed to, and still caught it somewhere. So, but I had a lot of friends of the show. I had Phil drop me off some cards, came over to the house, dropped off some stuff. Wattie's been checking in on me. Adam, his wife, brought over some food. So I feel very, very lucky. Got some good friends out there, and family taking care of me.
I know. Second favorite Brian, he wanted to know what you were doing, making sure you're all right.
I mean, that's the thing. I almost was just gonna say you should just record the show with someone, but there was no way I was editing last week. I could not. I can barely move. That's not even a lie. So.
Well, we're just glad you're back and doing well. So appreciate you being here. We're glad to see you again.
Yeah, I mean here we'll just claim that week never happened. We've 100 and whatever straight. We'll just we don't have to admit that happened.
It was like daylight savings. We just skipped a week, right?
Well, we've done bonus episodes and stuff, so I think we're still in the plus.
Still in the good category. So here's a question. Now that we knew you're down and out for a while, like, what does that mean to your eBay store? Did you just put it on vacation? Is there a COVID thing that you can do, or how's that work?
There probably should have been. Luckily, it was really slow, and there were a couple days when things sold, and I just had to try to figure out how I was going to make it to the post office. But overall, it was slow, which I didn't think I'd be grateful for this time of year. But that or something would sell on a Friday, and so you kind of had that. I have a 24-hour handling time, so I had till Monday basically to get it there. So I probably have a couple late shipments, but it worked out all right. You probably could have put it on vacation mode or changed your handling time, but again, it wasn't going to happen for me. I just was going to take the hits.
Well, if they have a problem or a complaint, they can message me and I'll tell them, hey, D-Roy almost died, so you got.
I'm sure. Be fine with I'm not the only one. I'm sure if push came to shove, I could probably if something happened, I could get it removed. I picked up 4 neutral feedback somehow about some cards I sent that were all in blaster boxes. Never heard from the guy. And it just says not trusted or something like that. So I just want to put out, hey, buddy, I had the Rona. You're like, I don't know, like, what do you want from me? But anyways, overall, I mean, had some sales, but nothing too major.
Well, that's just like I said. We're just glad you're back on track. And right now here at the accounting office, we are in a muy bueno time of year. Just having a little staycation. Not working much just because of the holidays. Waiting for the end of the year so we can do some real tax planning, but that'll all happen here in December. So November is a great month for us.
Well, I kind of lucked out because I did take off this week because I was planning on doing, I talked about on the last show, probably some big push and try to get some stuff going. But luckily, man, I mean, it hit hard for whatever reason. I don't know, but we got hit pretty hard. So have this extra 9 days or whatever to recover is not a bad thing. I'm gonna try to get some more stuff selling and going, but it's just I hate to keep hitting the old heart, but it's just a weird time of year. This is usually when we're hustling and bustling, but when man, you're just happy to be able to breathe and get out of bed. It's a weird world sometimes. So,
well, we're just glad you're better. But I know what we're gonna hit just a mini podcast because I know stamina is still low energy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna try to make a ride today. So we're gonna
a ride.
Get some fresh air out.
No, there you go. Put your head out the window. Just want to show you two things that I'm doing. Like I said, I'm trying to get more organized when I submit things. So I've been trying to get my eBay store going. Get my cards really going. So what I've been doing when I submit my cards, I do it, and I'm showing this to Derek, but I take a picture of all of my cards that I send off so that I can remember what I had, because I've got so many different card orders and just things like that. So been taking some pictures, trying to get, like I said, more organized. That way I know when I have stuff coming back, what I got coming back. So that's one thing I got accomplished last week.
Well, that's good. I mean, keeping it on task. That was I had Painter asking me about some stuff. He sent in some cards, and they sent him an email confirmation, I guess, saying that they got it now instead of waiting the 3 or 4 months to find out that they did get it.
Yeah, they changed that because I got that email. This order I just sent out last week, I got an email lickety split. So
I got to get some more stuff submitted. It's just kind of weird when you're like almost a year out now. So if we submit something today, it's like you're hoping to have it back by next Black Friday.
Yeah. Don't we still have stuff from March that we're waiting on?
Oh yeah, we still have stuff that's been sitting there since March.
Yeah, that's a couple months ago.
So I don't know. I guess that's a good thing that the business is still booming and there's still demand that way. With Bill, it really opened my eyes on some of that stuff that you're talking about with those soccer cards and stuff. So I might dip my toes a little bit that way too. But
I keep seeing stuff. That to become knowledgeable with something that has sheer upside and not a lot of volume. It's always nice to get in at the ground level. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You've gotten several of those things. Let me tell you a story, or let me give you an opportunity of lifetime, Derek. I know you've gotten several of those in your life.
Oh yeah, you can always get on that ground floor, but you can only get on it once, and then once they go bankrupt and restructure, there's a new company and entity, which they fix whichever the problem was, right? They got the new formula.
Usually the way it works. So,
man, I got some good scumbag stories and stuff. Maybe next week, hopefully, I can power through. We can do a full episode because it's been interesting. It's been an interesting season.
You have had some scumbag things. I think we need to post that original scumbag thing. We'll get into some more details next week when Derek can go the full length.
Man, I can't even drink a full soda right now. That's telling you something. I might be lucky to get a can and get about half a can down, and then you're waiting. At the end of the day, maybe you can finish her up. But that's telling you something, folks.
So and I have heard from other people. Is it like the most horrible? I guess not in a good way, but weight loss program.
Oh yeah, I've dropped some lbs. I still don't really have an appetite back. I know you can't tell by my girlish figure here, but I've got pants on that I went out to get the mail the other day, and they're about falling off me. Holly had to tell me to notch up the belt, or I was going to have calls to the neighborhood telling me to ratchet up my belt. I don't know. Try to come up with something creative there that I can't, but yeah, no real. I mean, I haven't been eating more than a sandwich for about 2 weeks now, and I'm guessing at some point it's going to come back with a vengeance. But I think the Husky section's going to kick me out, and the Rona took me out for being in the Husky section. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but that's just where we're at. Well, I
Well,
know it's a bad thing. It's not good to not be eating.
we want you to get feeling better. We appreciate you taking the time to jump on a call here. I know you're, you've got. We don't want to see you on a respirator, on a ventilator. We don't want to see anything bad come up.
Let me put this. Those sandwiches you brought over the other day, which
Yes.
good. Thank you, and it was great soup. We still have half a sandwich in the fridge.
Oh.
I'm not one to usually let things last more than 20 minutes. So
couple days is the long term. So, Derek, is there anything else you want to add before we end this shorty?
no, just thanks to everyone for a lot of people sending prayers or asking how I'm doing or checking in on us, and I appreciate that. Everyone that helped out or sent some food or came and visited, dropped off stuff. It's all appreciated.
We want everybody to stay safe. Like I said, do those things, socially distance. Right now, Derek and I, we are virtually socially distanced. We're doing a Skype call again.
Be safe. It's no joke. So be careful out there.
Well, Derek, can you give us those two things?
Man, two things in life that are for certain is death piles and taxes.
Adam, that gobbledygooker is out. You can feel it in the air.
It's getting a little chilly. It's almost sweater weather.
It's fall time, and that means it's time to get listing for the holidays.
But I got such a big death pile, and I hate listing.
Well, you're going to have parties. You're going to have a lot to do. You need to kill that death pile because you need that holiday cash, that Christmas cash to buy those gifts.
If there was only somebody that could help me out to do it faster.
Man, we got a friend. We're going to hook you up. Hound, Adam.
What does Hound do?
Well, they're going to be your digital virtual assistants. They're going to list all that stuff for you. You send them the pictures. They do your eBay listings.
But how much? It's going to cost me a lot of money, right?
Man, the first 3 are going to be free. After that, it's so cheap that you'll think that Jimmy Cheapy Pants himself's doing it for you.
Hey, what do I got to do to get into that on that?
Man, go over to Hound, try the app, do the free listings, and then put in our code, DeathPiles, all capital letters, DeathPiles25. They'll give you 25% off whatever rate you decide to go with.
Man, you got to know somebody over there because that's a good deal.
Man, we might know the CEO.
Well, I heard that you may get some good words with her, and we really appreciate it because we know that her product is going to help you because Granny always said,
You can't sell goods out of an empty wagon, and Hound is going to fill that wagon.